Hello everyone! I am Alice of KHR Arts and Cloud Orchid Publishing, and today we are going to talk about celebrating your successes as an author. So, what exactly does that mean? It means that I personally suffer from this to the nth degree, but I have also seen other authors do this as well, is that we are all so caught up in this day and age of that we have to constantly be making content right here. And we have to be constantly sharing, and we have to be constantly working on a new project that we often don't take the time to reflect on what we've actually accomplished and celebrate our successes. And that leads to really bad burnout. And I see so many creative people suffering from that burnout. And this is a thing that I actually learned from my therapist. And I am just so grateful to her because she is just so awesome. And she has just helped me so much in this journey to working as a creative person and just keeping my life as much in balance as it can be. But celebrate your successes. Take that time to sit down with your works and enjoy them. Be proud of them. You did that. I personally, on my desk setup, you can't see it because I have my green screen, but I actually have a special bookshelf that I keep on my desk as my reminder of these are all the books that I wrote and published. So that anytime that I'm feeling overwhelmed or anytime that I am questioning myself, I just look over at my little bookshelf that has one of all of the books that well, not all of them, but at least all of the novels I have published thus far are on that little bookshelf. And it makes me so proud. And it reminds me, hey, you did all this. Way to go. And whatever it is that you want to do to be able to have that little point to celebrate yourself, and it doesn't have to be every day, but create some sort of regular basis, whether it's once a week or once a month, to sit down with everything that you have accomplished and let yourself be proud. You did that. Tell the critic in the back of your head, you know what? We're taking a back seat today. Today is all about celebrations. We're having the Author's Award for us today, and we're going to celebrate our works and we're going to be proud of them. Because the thing is that every work that we put out there is going to be flawed in some way because we are imperfect creatures, and that's just the way that the world works. And it's okay. And not only that, each book that you write, complete, edit, and publish out into the world is a stepping stone for yourself. You're going to learn from each book that you complete and publish. And that's what I talked about in my previous video with my 2024 goals of that you don't start out the gate with your crown jewel when you're working on your works, and you want to be mindful of what works you're publishing and in what order you're publishing them in, because you're going to learn so much with each one that you write and publish. Or at least I hope you do. That is the goal, is you want to continually better yourself. But we don't need those thoughts for this moment of celebration. We want to sit with the things that we've accomplished and be proud of them for what they are and what stepping stone of our life that they were for. Sit there and be like, I really learned X, Y, and Z putting this book together. I really learned A, B, and C doing the marketing plan for this book. Be proud of the things that you learned and improved upon with each book. Or at the very least, just be like, this particular book was so much fun to write. I had so much fun, and it makes me so happy to hear that my readers also have fun reading it. Let yourself take the time to do that. If you're struggling to be able to figure out what are the things that I've actually accomplished, and I personally struggle with that too, is I keep a running list of all the things that I've accomplished. I have a running to-do list every day in Google Docs where I actually keep track of here's all the stuff that I did today, no matter how trivial it is. It can be something as simple as I did the laundry today, or it can be something as big as I officially clicked the button and published this book today. Yay. Whatever those small or big accomplishments are, I keep them all in that running list so that each day I can then look at my list and be like, hey, I actually did a lot today. Because there's so many days where I tell myself, oh, I haven't really done anything today. But then I can look at the list and be like, you know what? Actually, I did a lot today. That is a lot. And you can also go back and look over your list and be like, oh, wow, I've actually accomplished a lot this week or a lot this month or whatever. Keep it, you don't have to keep one every day like I do necessarily, but definitely keep a running list of the things that you complete, the things that you accomplish, the things that you learn, because then you're able to go back and reference that and be able to celebrate this moment with yourself and be like, hey, look at all this cool stuff that I did. Look at how much I learned this month. This is amazing. Doing that for yourself is going to give you that motivational boost that you need to keep going. Because I found that a big part of what causes burnout and what makes it so hard to dig yourself out of burnout and get motivated again is that you can get really just sucked into that nihilism of that you aren't actually accomplishing anything, that you haven't done as much work as you actually have, that you're not going anywhere, that you're not learning anything. And all of that is just not true for the most part. And keeping that list in the moment when it happens, when you finish, when you accomplish, when you learn, gives it to you for when you need those moments to be able to look at it again. Because unfortunately, again, we are not perfect creatures. And there was a study done where we actually forget 50% of the stuff that we've done in a day. So when you wake up the next day, you automatically forget about literally 50% of the stuff that you did the day before, because the mind is kind of like a computer where we have our short-term storage and we have our long-term storage. And our short-term storage just doesn't care about all the crap that we do on a daily basis because most of it is largely unimportant. So it cleans up your brain, it cleans up the disk, and deletes 50% of that stuff just right off the bat. Just whoop, goodbye, don't need that. And only a very small fraction of a percentile of that actually goes to your long-term memory that you're actually going to remember. And unfortunately, because at the end of the day, we are animals, we're more likely to remember the negative things than we are the positive things, because that is what our most primal part of our brain does to make sure that we keep being alive, is we have to remember the negative experiences so that we don't repeat them and put ourselves in danger. I use that term very loosely. We're just talking about just very basic biology here. But that is a big part of the reason why people get so hung up on the negative, is because that's how our brains are wired to behave. So we have to take these extra steps in order to be able to remember the positive aspects. And keeping some sort of list for yourself is going to help you do that. So then when you do get caught up in those negative loops, you can refer to that list and be like, hey, you know what? I've actually done a lot. You can just shut up, brain. We've done a good job. So I hope this has been helpful. It is certainly something that has been helpful for me and to help keep me motivated and keep creating and keep going. And I just hope to see so many of y'all be able to institute some of this into your processes so that y'all can start to see just how amazing and talented that all of you are. So I want to thank y'all so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please be sure to give it a like. And if you're new, subscribe. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.